Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Thankful Thursday. What are you most grateful for this week? So I didn't have to think about this one very hard. But I do have a comment to make before. And actually, I'm going to start with the gratitude first. I am grateful to be on the manifestation challenge, the manifest challenge that I am on, because it is amazing. I'm discovering stuff about myself every day. Yes, this today ended up being an extremely emotional. They led us through this guided meditation, and then had this music area where we would. So they did the guided meditation portion, then had music, and then came back to the guided meditation. And it was during that music that I had a big breakdown. I just had I had gone from having this beautiful, being guided through the meditation with these beautiful feelings and emotions and everything else, to when it got to the music, having a complete emotional breakdown. But I have to say, it was very cleansing. It was. Because then when they started talking back again in the guided meditation, it brought me back to the fact that I forgive myself for having these feelings. I'm grateful I had these feelings because they woke me up to some things I needed to take care of. So I had gratitude for them. I also forgave myself for having these negative feelings, and I choose, and I wrote down all the feelings that I now choose to have, because I have the ability to choose for me. So that was a very great moment of gratitude, of being able to go through that experience and to express those emotions and to feel those emotions and everything that was contained around it. So that was really good, and I put that into the Facebook group that we belong to. It was just amazing. Now, I am grateful that I received No Time to Die yesterday, which is the 25th installment in the James Bond franchise. This year in 2022, we celebrate the 60th anniversary of Dr. No, with the very first movie with Sean Connery. Now, there was a couple of things before that, but not part of this franchise. So part of this franchise, the James Bond franchise, is that 60 years ago, this year in 2022, so I'm back in 1962, is when the very first James Bond movie, Dr. No, with Sean Connery, was released. And this one, this 25th edition, of course, it was released in October of last year, hit me hard. And if you have not seen the movie, I am not going to spoil it, just except to say that the ending shocked me, and I was extremely emotional about the ending. And if you know how much of a James Bond fan I am, and you have seen the movie, you will then know why I said that. I had a chat with a distant cousin of mine on Facebook earlier, and he said he really enjoyed the movie. He's not a big fan of James Bond. I said, well, I'm a huge fan. It had a big emotional impact on me. He says, I can understand why. So, so just know that I've got to go back and watch it again, because I know that in this movie they have nods to the other 24 James Bond movies. One big glaring one was, oh, dang it, I can't think of her name, but she plays the new 007 in the movie. Gorgeous woman. She comes in the safari suit, and I thought, her stylist needs to be shot. I'm sorry. That was my initial reaction to seeing her in that safari suit. And it was sort of like, are you kidding me? It made her look so boxy and wide. And I'm sort of like, yeah, no, not a good look for her. But I understood that they were giving a nod to Roger Moore, because he used to wear the safari suits in some of, not all of his movies, but most of his James Bond movies, he was wearing those different types of safari jackets. And they made a nod to him in that. And I was sort of like, yeah, they could have made it sexier on her. That was the glaring one. I thought, who the hell put her in that? Well, that makes her look like a very large woman. And I thought, that is not a good look for her. And then I realized, oh, hang on, they're saying hello to Roger Moore and his James Bond character that used to wear those safari suits. So I was like, I like the nod, just I don't like the look on her. And if they'd put it on Daniel Craig, then they would have had an issue with me on that one. But I do have to go back and watch again. I know that they had, what's the name of that song? And I can't remember the James Bond movie it was in. There was a song that when the credits were rolling was played in full. It was by Louis Armstrong, and it was from one of the previous James Bond movies. I can't even think which one it was. Can't think. But yeah, so it was a good movie. I was shocked. I was very emotional. But I do have to go back and watch it because I know there's other nods there, and I missed some of the other nods. I missed a lot of them, to be honest. I was engrossed in the story. So now that I know what the story is, I can now go back and watch it again, looking for the nods to the other James Bond movies in there and the people who played those James Bonds. So anyway, I got to go. I'm out of here. I got to go flip my cauliflower hash browns. And if you haven't had cauliflower hash browns, they are amazing. Zeffie will not leave my side if I've got those out, like she does with cheese. She loves these things. But anyway, I'm out of here. Go have a super fantastic, sparkling, thankful Thursday, and we'll catch you guys back here later on this evening. Hey, Gonera.